Welcome to our first game from round 2 losers bracket. We have Free Agents 5 in the bottom left with Julian on Celesta, Tutang on Grath and Nexter on Rhyme against Free Agents 4 on top right with Black Snow on Vex, Skyfers on Hydros and Freezend on Rhyme. So let's take a look at their unit compositions. We can see here that Tutang is going for one Patchbot, one Sentinel, another Sentinel from Nexter, Patchbot from Julian, nothing too out of the ordinary here. We can note that Nexter is going for Shadows, so we might see some Shadow play. And from Free Agents 4, we see one Shadow here for Slyfers, one Sentinel, one Patchbot for Freezend. And Black Snow is going to roll around with one Juggernaut. So let's start this game. And go. The game is now going. It looks like Tutang and Nexter want to take out this camp. Freezend is going to go down here. We shall see where he intends to go. Slyfers is going to rush for this forward camp so that it cannot be stolen. Freezend apparently wants to go in here, while Black Snow is going to go straight for the neutral critters. Tutang is going to go for Terrapin Troopers, Nexter is going for Arctic Newts, and Julian is going to go for some Sabers again. Very interesting choice by him. Black Snow rolling with those Spitfires, Skyfers not really producing anything at this point, and Freezend already with one Nautilus being queued up. Nexter and Tutang are able to steal this camp, but they have to be careful. Skyfers is going to come down with two Aquanauts already, and he does have two more in production, so they have to be very careful in here not to get boxed in. Those Arctic Newts might get taken down, two of them do, but one of them manages to escape. Nexter now has just started tech level 2, Tutang not so much at this point, and Julian is still producing Sabers. Black Snow going for tech level 2, little bit of an engagement here, Freezend getting a nice ability on Nexter, not really able to kill him, it was not enough that, and it looks like they are just happy with spreading their creeps around. Nexter is trying to be a little bit more aggressive. He has tech level 2 coming up, more Arctic Newts as well. And Tutang only now getting tech level 2, staying on Terrapin Troopers for quite a long time. Skyfers is really liking those Aquanauts, and it is going to be interesting to see how he chooses to utilize them. Freezend with two Nautilusks there, has tech level 2 queued up. And Black Snow is actually going to incorporate those Devilkins, 45 seconds until the first Titan, and those critter camps have been cleared pretty much. Now it looks like both teams are going to want to secure the middle. Tutang can take this ward off. Slyfers is pretty well guarded in here. He has two wards, he cannot be ambushed. He sees Nexter, attempts to take down that ward and instead crushes one Arctic Newt. Freezend and Black Snow are trying something a little bit sneaky, but this ward is going to notice them and would be a good idea to take it down, but there we go. Black Snow only now takes down that ward. Julian is still going for Raptors. He really likes those Raptors. And he actually cancelled tech level 2, or I don't think that it completed. Titans are now here, Tutang getting physical resistances, Skyfers getting that shadow that I mentioned. Freezend actually wants to get in here and ambush Julian. There is a little bit of an engagement. Now we see that ability from the Arctic Newts. Those Terrapin Troopers are wanting to engage. One Aquanaut is going to go down. And looks like another one as well. Only 3 are left, and it is going to be a fairly even engagement at this point. Both teams are taking heavy losses. Black Snow is surrounded right here, and he is going to go down, but at the expense of quite a few Sabers from Julian. Nexter and Freezend are again trading blows, but the red team is ahead on their Titan. Freezend still has quite a little bit of army right there. Army supply is pretty much equal at this point. Only now did the blue team try and get back a little bit. Julian is rebuilding those sabers instead of transitioning. I believe that he is staying on tech level 1 a little bit too much. And this Titan is looking to be taken down by those Aquanauts. We can see we have 2 frost colors already for Nexter, but they are not able to prevent this Titan from going down. Those shades not really doing all that much right now. We see that Devilkin was almost taken down by Julian. So right now the blue team has to defend this Titan as best they can. And checking out the income, everything seems to be pretty much even at this point. The red team does have quite a bit more army on the map. And this Titan is going to go down, but it will take that tower with him. And on the top left we see Friesen and Black Snow. They are going to engage this tower, and it is a very good decision. There is no one near to contest them. And Nexter with this Sentinel being really good, using the Sentinel to an extreme efficiency, picking off those shadows. Nicely done by him. This tower is going to go down. Julian and Tutang are down here against Skyfers, not really able to do much against his Aquanauts at this point. Nexter is down here and he has quite a few frost colors. They are trying to box Friesen and Black Snow in some sort of a surround, but they are going to be able to escape. We see upgrades coming from Nexter, Julian getting tech level 3, and Tutang only now transitioning into Bramblethorns. Skyfers is going to get 1 Shadow, 1 Quadrupus, while Friesen is just staying on Arctic Newts right now, coupled with 3 Nautilusks and 1 Patchbot. Black Snow already went for tech level 3, he has 1 Apocalypse right here, 1 Ember Fiend on the way. Medium camps have spawned, and this was a success for our blue team, while Skyfers is down here with his Aquanauts taking care of the other medium camp, but he is going to be chased away by Tutang, and 1 Aquanaut is going to go down. Julian is here to reinforce Friesen as well, and it is going to be a very close battle. We shall see how that Bramblethorn will do, because that is going to be the key unit here. But also that Shadow is going to pop and is going to slow down Tutang quite a little bit, but they are not able to close this down. Nexter with his Frost Scholars is being fairly efficient right there, while Black Snow is all alone up to the top left, just farming critters. The blue team manages to take down this medium camp as well. And still income is fairly even as well as resources at this point. So this game is very close. We shall see how the next Titan fight is going to go. Right now Tutang and Nexter are going to clear out this medium camp. Black Snow sort of stealing this this easy camp from Julian. It is not that big of a deal, but it would be nice if he can just get a few kills with this conduit. 1 Devilkin would be enough, and he is going to try that, but Black Snow is going to tank with his hero. We are going to see the second Titans come fairly soon. Julian is now going to clear this camp, while the red team is actually starting to reposition in the middle of the map. They are just going to wait out this Titan and make sure that they are in position for when it spawns. Nexter still has 1 Shadow in here. Those Sentinels have been used by him to great success so far, so we shall see if he can keep that up. Skyfers is still going to go for more Aquanauts. He seems to like those Aquanauts quite a lot. Black Snow just getting upgrades, Friesen 1 attack damage, and Julian just getting some conduits. Nicely done by him. Tutang is going to go for tech level 3. Again, everything is pretty much dead even at this point of the game. So this Titan is going to be fairly decisive of how the next few minutes are going to go. This Shadow from Nexter will be important during this fight. We can also see that they have 1 Shadow on the red team as well. So that sentinel has to be ready, and there it is. There is the sentinel. It sees the shadow. Let's see if they are going to be able to kill it in time. We see some apocalypse shots and the heat waves coming down. Nexter is actually late to this fight, and in the meantime the red team is able to capitalize on their Titan. This shadow is not really doing anything on the back. It really has to go in front, and I believe that Nexter is not having that shadow on a different hotkey. Tank with his Bramblethorns, he is able to tank those shots fairly efficiently. There is the shadow, and that is a very good shadow at that point, but those destructive prophecies right there are doing a lot of damage. Those conduits have to make up for it, and the Bramblethorns. Skyfers might go down at this point, and down he goes, and the blue team is not going to pursue this. They are instead going to go and try to finish off this Titan. It was a fairly nice engagement from the blue team, but those destructive prophecies could have easily been dodged there. And this Titan, it looks like it is going to go down. That heatwave is not going to prevent anything. Titan goes down, and let's see if the blue team is going to pursue with it. Black Snow is here, throwing off some more destructive prophecies, not really hitting all that much, but that Devilkin might go down, and down it goes. This Titan has gone to this tower. It is being greeted by 3 Nautilusks and Friesen's army, and we actually see that in the meantime Julian was able to pick off this tower. Nicely done by him. This tower also went down, and I believe that the blue team is a little bit overextending here. Would be nice if they can pick off this tower. But they don't have that much without Julian there, and down it goes. Nexter is still trying to be a little bit of a nuisance here with his frost colors, but he has to be careful. Those frost colors are rooted in place while they are channeling that ability. Looks like Nexter is actually transitioning into Aquadillos and Ice Frogs. He already has 1 Ice Frog on the map. Julian is having a healthy army composition with 3 conduits and 1 windray at the moment. He still has 1 saber left. He is going to go and get 1 Zephyr. And there it goes. Tank is going to go for some abominable sludges, as we can see. Also 1 Battenhorn. And let's check our red team right now. The Bioshard count is in favor of the blue team, however. Black Snow is currently producing 1 Apocalypse. He has another one on the map, 3 Devilkins, and actually those are 2 Apocalypses on the map for Black Snow. It looks like a little bit of a poke there from Friesen. He has to be careful not to overextend here, because Tank is also present. Hard camps have spawned, and let's see what they want to do. Skyfers is down here with the Julian, but it looks like Skyfers is going to back away while Julian is engaging that hard camp. Both of them are a little shy, they're not that confident, and Julian has every right to do so. His army is very squishy and he cannot be caught out of position. But this sludge here is going to do quite a bit. Look at it, it just destroyed 1 patch bot, and careful with that destructive prophecy. And another destructive prophecy goes down, but that Ice Frog was really well timed there by Friesen. It looks like Julian is just poking back and forth there. While this is a big engagement down here, Black Snow goes down. Nexter with his good Ice Frogs as well. I don't think he has 1 left, but if he could potentially obliterate this whole army that is left here. Careful with that Brambleton, nicely saved there. And this Devilkin is getting pretty ballsy right there. Julian is still poking around with Skyfers, nothing really much, just a game of cat and mouse going on down here. But Skyfers now chooses to go back. And they have, the blue team has taken down this boss there, while Julian does the same down here. He can actually take down these aerial units as well. Tank is going to come in here and kill this boss. However, he cannot kill those aerial units. He has to wait for Julian to come back in order to do so. And we see the Bioshard count right now is still in favor of the blue team, and it's only going to get worse. Let's see, the income is pretty much the same, 600 Bioshock difference, army supply as well, units on the map. So this game right now is in favor of free agents number 5. And let's see what our players are now building. Nexter is going to go for another Aquadillo as well as upgrades. 2 tank going for 2 more abominable sludges, 1 Bramblethorn, 1 physical resist, actually that is level 2 physical resist, and Nexter going for upgrades as well as 1 Aquadillo. Very interesting there. Julian getting just upgrades here and there. He's going to move in here and clear this hard camp. Medium camps have respawned, and Nexter and 2 tank are doing a great job of killing that one. Titans have spawned as well, and it looks like the red team is a little bit far away. Skyfers is not really too eager to engage at this point. 2 tank and Nexter have secured this side of the map, but right now the entirety of the red team is present and they are doing some work on their Titan. 1 sludge is here, and it would be great if 2 tank would actually put the sludge in front to be able to tank. That ice frog ability not really hitting anything. Heat waves are coming from free agents number 4. They are being used to moderate success. As you can see, that heat wave is trying to prevent those units from attacking the Titan, but they are so beefy that it doesn't really matter at this point. We see an engagement here, and 1 baton horn immediately goes taken down, and we see a nice frog ability hitting quite a little bit. He is able to chain them, and with those Aquadillos he might just be able to annihilate Frizen's army. 2 Aquadillos go down. Incredibly done by Nexter there. And it looks like they want to pursue, at least with that sludge. That sludge is incredibly effective at just tanking shots. 1 Juggernaut is joining the fight. Come in here, Juggernaut, get some work. And those conduits are effective at keeping Slyfers at bay. 2 tank has to retreat with his sludge. You don't really want to lose that sludge at this point. 2 tank goes down, gets taken down by those Aquadillos. And another good ice frog ability there. The Aquadillos are now going to enter the fray. Black Snow is going to go down there. 1 Bramblethorn gets taken down, but that was worth a lot more than that 1 single Bramblethorn. We see this Juggernaut actually starting some work on that tower. This Titan doing the same. He is going to be getting some help from Nexter, while Julian is down here killing off that Juggernaut. This Titan has to go up and go for the Warp Spire. It still has half health, and he might actually be able to take down a Warp Spire, but he has to move right now. Whoever is controlling the Titan should just move it. Nexter is just going to try and get us around, but he cannot do it all by himself. But he is going to take down 1 Ember Fiend. That Titan is still not moving. Let's see what Nexter is going to accomplish down here. Julian is coming to back him up, but it looks like Nexter ended up losing more than killing in that engagement. There are still a few Bramblethorns here and that sludge from 2 tank, and it would be a great pick off for them. They get 1 Aquadillo, would be great to get 1 more. But it looks like this is going to be the end of the push, and the blue team still has a significant amount of Bioshard advantage. Julian is rebuilding sabers, not that effective at this point of the game. Nexter getting his ice frogs back, while 2 tank is getting 1 baton horn and the final Bramblethorn, as well as physical resist level 2. Nexter is going to get cornered in here. He has to make something. And he has to just not lose his units. Julian is trying to make something, but that Apocalypse hit, that destructive prophecy, it just annihilated those Zephyrs. That was terrible for Julian, and fairly nicely done by Black Snow. Unfortunately, Black Snow actually lost his army as well. This tower, however, manages to stay alive. So overall it was a pretty bad engagement for our blue team. Those medium camps have respawned, and they are immediately going to go for it. Two-Tank is just getting upgrades at this point. Julian is now rebuilding the Zephyrs that he lost with just one destructive prophecy. And Slifer's is trying to rebuild his army, still sticking with those Aquanauts that are not doing all that much. Let's check upgrades for Slifer's. Only attack damage level 1. So again, those Aquanauts aren't really doing all that much for him. Friesen, on the other hand, does have one Aquadillo up, a few Nautilus, so again his army is not that threatening at this point. There isn't one more Aquadillo coming for him. Black Snow is down here, only with 3 Devilkins and 1 Apocalypse. In the meantime, our blue team was able to take down that medium camp as well, and it looks like they are wanting to move in up here to try and catch Friesen. They are able to see him with this sentinel up here, nicely placed sentinel there, and they are going to try force around. Two-Tank is going to go and get it at this point, and this surround is actually happening. Friesen is being caught out of position. Also, one shadow is going to go down. It's a little bit too late for Slifers and the Black Snow to come in here. Friesen is actually going to go down, and with him his entire army. That was a very nice pick off from free agents number 5 there, and it looks like they're going to get one. There it goes. Another extremely expensive unit. That Apocalypse from Black Snow is going to go down as well, and this has turned out into a full push at this point. Titans are actually going to come as well. So with the Titan, I believe that the blue team will be able to seal out this game. Without it, it is going to be fairly difficult. And we also saw that a few units have been lost by Nexter there. They want to take down this healing generator. I'm not sure it is the best idea at this point, even though there is basically no army alive for our red team. So they can still try and push around here. It would be a lot easier with the Titan, but let's see what they want to do. It looks like they are going to leave the sludge, get it in front and get it tanking, and yeah, they might just want to go for the Titan. It is going to be a little bit difficult for them to take down this archive without the Titan tanking for them. So Julian went down here, trying to go for the Titan, while Nexter and Two-Tank are still around here, cleaning up what is left of the red team. That was a nice Apocalypse shot from a Black Snow, but unfortunately it is not enough, and those Aquadillos are actually charging in, killing the Apocalypse, but they are dying as well. So a little bit of back and forth down here, but that Titan is going to change everything. As soon as the Titan comes, it is pretty much going to be game for our blue team. And those sludges are still alive at this point. Unfortunately, by pushing like this, our blue team effectively just lost their entire army. Only 2 sludges, 1 Bramblethorn and 1 Ice Frog is left. Once the sludge goes down, the Bramblethorn goes down, but the Titan is here to reinforce. And here we go, we still have Julian with his entire army down here. The red team managed to get their army back just a little bit, although they are very cheap units and very squishy. This Aquadillo is full health and is able to just jump in there. We can also see 1 Ice Frog there. It is going to be taken down by Friesen. Skyfers might just go down there, and then down he goes. We see some heat waves that are doing some damage for the red team, but I believe it is not going to be enough. The archive goes down, and this is going to be game. Free Agents 5 are going to advance to round 3 losers bracket, while Free Agents 4 are eliminated from the tournament.